what's up? So, I was driving home today. I'm gonna try to not be so sad. I was driving home today. My husband called me and he goes, something got one of the silkies. To make a long story short, we have we had moved them over from like behind our house. We've been moving them like along our like flat part of where we are, and we have a pretty big space and it's electric fence, but I think I'm going to assume that it was a hawk or a bird of some sort. Maybe we've got vultures around here. I didn't think that vultures attack, but maybe they do. Hey guys. So I'm not going to show the little baby, the little one. Oh wait. Okay. This story just got a little bit happier. It's still sad. Because the one that Logan told me that got, he said it was a gray one. We have 3 little silky hens. They're little. They're like 12 weeks, and if you know what a silky looks like, you know that they're little. They're just the smallest breed. Oh, wait, that's not ours. I'm confused. Hold on, I've got to do some investigating. Hold on. Okay, yeah, that was definitely one of ours. Um, so this gray silky right here, she is my baby. I really love her. And you can tell she's like, where's my sister? So that one's Fig. We have Fig, we have Maple, and we have Stick. Those were the silkies, the little baby hens. And so Fig's here. The one that got murdered was Maple. She was my second favorite. And I don't know where Stick is, so I'm gonna have to try to go look to see if I can find Stick, because I don't see Stick either. But the thing about this that I'm learning is, I'm sorry for all the pausing, because I'm trying to watch. There's this hen right here who is like rubbing against the electric fence, and as you can see, it's on, but she doesn't really seem to care. I'm almost thinking that she's gonna die. This is the broody hen, but look at her. And the thing about these IM Samanis, I'm learning, or well, you learn very quickly, they do not you can't catch them. So I can't catch her to pick her up to see if she's sick or anything. But she's literally never come around me before, so now I'm like, maybe she's just stressed. I'm gonna go in and see if I can find any of the other ones. Or maybe she's sad because of what happened here. But I'm extremely, extremely upset. I am so we're going to move the chicken coop tonight because we're going to move it back up closer to the house because hopefully, like, there's one tree that they like to hang out under, and it's a pretty bushy tree. So I'm hoping that if we move it back up under that tree, no aerial predators will be able to get them. That's my hope. But let me go in here and count all of them because as far as I can tell, there is only one chick. Teenager really is what she is. And I wanted to get I'm just so sad. I'm so sad. I've been holding it in all day. I feel like I feel a cry in my throat. And I know they're just chickens. I get it. And I know it's a part of farming. I get it. It doesn't make it any less sad. I'm sorry for what happened here, ladies and gentlemen. I really, really want to get a guard geese or 2 guard geese. What's up, Aaron? Did you get attacked too? What happened in here, guys? Okay, so as I was looking at like trying to figure out the dead chicks, I was also looking at that black I am Samani that she was just like super lethargic, super sick looking, like her eyes are like blinking really slow and she just looks sick. So I looked at her, like I kind of lifted her tail feathers up a little bit. She's kind of mean, so I've not picked her up yet. Even like this whole time that I've had her, I've not picked her up yet. So I was a little afraid and hesitant to touch her because I don't want her to like peck me. But I looked at her vent in her underneath side, and she's filled with poop, and it looks like there's blood coming out. So, and like the way that she's walking is very like hunched, and she just looks uncomfortable. She just looks like maybe there is an egg stuck. That's what I'm going to treat it as. I've never done this before, so I was just watching a bunch of YouTube videos like what the heck do I do? And so I'm setting up this very quick makeshift like little pen so I can separate her. It's closer to the house, it's in the shade, and I want her to be separate from the whole rest of the flock. And so what I'm going to do is make this little thing. I would highly advise that if you're going to own animals, you already have something like this made. Like you have, this is one thing that I'm going to hopefully do this summer or like this fall when it cools off a little bit, is like make a whole separate, like a vet zone kind of, and a brooder, so that we have like a quarantine area and a brooder so that they're together and they're already made. So when instances like this happen, not even just for chickens, but for if we ever get any other animals. Anyway, so I'm going to finish doing this, and then this is like what my son's first bathtub. We never used it. So for Rama, we never used it for Rama. So I'm just gonna take it, I'm gonna fill it with some hot water and some Epsom salt. That's like the biggest thing that even Google is saying to do, is put them in some warm water with some Epsom salt, let them sit in there for like 20 minutes, give them some scrambled eggs. I was watching Chickenlandia. What was I forget what the YouTube is, but I'm pretty sure it's Chickenlandia. She said give them some scrambled eggs with the eggshell in it, and that will help like give them a little bit more calcium. So I'm hoping that this will help her pass the egg. The Chickenlandia lady, she also had said like if they don't pass it within 24 hours, then she gives a list of other things that you can do for the next 24 hours. And then if that doesn't work, then like on the third day, then it's an emergency and it's time to call the vet. So I'm going to try these things and hopefully they work, because we're planning on having chickens and I'm sure this is going to continue to happen. And not just chickens, but everything that lays eggs, ducks, turkeys, probably geese at some time. So yeah, wish me luck. So this one's Karen.
That one's Karen.
She's a part of the Aaron Samuels crew, the Mean Girls crew. Her eyes are wide open, but she's literally never let me touch her before. So that's why I have this towel around her, because I don't want her to peck me. But also, she's bleeding. Her booty is bleeding, which is also why I'm got a towel. That's disgusting.
Dad, there's blood over here.
Log.
Rima!
I think we should call the vet. Well, I don't know what to do, because there's maggots crawling in and out of her butt. It's not. I don't think that it's an egg. Call Jamestown. No, not shooter. Slice her head off. A bullet, first of all, would be a waste. It would be a waste? Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Oh my word. This is absolutely disgusting. Come look at this. She's like being eaten. She's being eaten. I'm gonna FaceTime Jamesden. I'm going to FaceTime Jamesden and get his opinion as to what we should do. As to how. Yes, as to how. I'm aware. I know. I just feel like shooting it would just be such a waste. It would just be such a waste of a bullet.
Of a bullet? That's
Yeah.
what you're worried about wasting?
No, Logan. And also, I just don't want to do it with the gun. It's as simple as that. Okay, I'm going to call my pastor and see. I'm going to throw up. Maybe this is neglect. I have no idea what this is, because none of the other hens have this. There are maggots just crawling like all. I'm not going to show it. Oh, that's a nightmare. That is an image that is a nightmare. There's maggots crawling all over her butt. And I literally have no idea what the heck that is. Oh, okay. Ugh. Well, it's the next day, and we lost her. I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry. Gosh. It's rough. It's rough. This is the first experience of death, like, on our homestead, right? Well, I guess third, because yesterday, or 2 nights ago, we had also lost 2 of our silky chicks. And when I went to go out to check it out, that's when I found her acting very, very not normal. And I looked up, it's fly strike. I don't know if anyone's dealt with fly strike. If you have, let me know. But it is very vicious, and especially if you don't catch it, if you don't see or notice, which I didn't notice anything because she was broody. This hen is a broody hen, and we've had her for 5 months. And for the entire time, she had been broody. And so maybe that was a sign, but also fly strike, when it strikes, it literally takes them within 3 days. So I would have never known. And I'm assuming that because of how much she would sit, even when I would move the crates or whatever, she would find them and she would get it back inside the crate. I'm assuming that it was her butt that got just raw and opened inside of the nesting crate, and that's why she got fly strike on her butt, and she's literally eaten alive. This is stressful. So I'm gonna put her in a brown bag, and then we're gonna burn her because I don't want that to spread even into the trash can. That would be disgusting. So we're just gonna put her on fire. Oh, I feel so bad. Also, after the chicks got attacked, I was like, nope, we're gonna move them back up to the house, closer to the house. And so now our chickens are moved back up here. Yesterday was a lot. There was also my daughter got sick yesterday. She started throwing up and she had the poops yesterday, and so yesterday there was just thing on top of thing on top of thing, and I didn't sleep last night. Anyways, it's not about me. I'll get off my soapbox. All right. Wish that this was a happier ending. I'm sorry, little girl. Rest well, honey.